Greetings YouTubers, my name's Kate Morris and I am the co-founder of Adore Beauty. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a few of my all-time favourite skincare products. Now, I have been in the beauty industry for 21 years now. Just be quiet, we don't need to dwell on it. I've tried all of the things, like seriously. I'm 43. It's okay. And my skin definitely tends to be on the dry side nowadays. I do still get like the odd kind of breakout and things around the chin from time to time. But yes, my skin is normal to dry. I suffer from melasma, basically brought on by pregnancy, which is a condition where it's basically sort of inflammation under the skin that results in pigmentation, which is really hard to get rid of. So I've been having a bunch of laser for that. I focus a lot on sun protection, which is really super duper important, particularly if you suffer from any form of pigmentation. Melasma is particularly stubborn and hard to get rid of. So I use a lot of brightening and anti-pigmentation products, sun products. Cannot be without a vitamin C, cannot be without a retinol, but we'll get more into that in my favorite products. But that's me. Let's start. So these are things that I've purchased multiple times, which is a big deal for me, right? Because actually I get a lot of free stuff, perks of the job. So if I use up a product and actually purchase it again to use it a second time, that's a pretty big seal of approval in my book. Let me take you through a few of these things that I have repurchased and used multiple times. First of them, this is probably still my all-time favorite face mask and has been for a few years. This is the Sadashi Brightening Marine Mineral Mask. This is a mask that is an experience. I kind of feel like if you're going to do a mask, you really want it to feel like you're at a day spa in Hamilton Island. Given that this one is the one that they actually use at the day spa in Hamilton Island, I can vouch for it being an authentic experience in that regard. It's a creamy mask. It's sort of clay-based, but it doesn't dry hard, so it kind of is like a facial in a jar. It handles being hydrating and brightening, but also kind of with a deep cleansing effect as well. So I always find with masks is hard, right? Because you have to choose. It's like, oh, do I want hydrating or do I want deep cleansing? ¿Por qué no los dos? You can have both. Super big fan of this one. Again, been through jars and jars of this stuff and it's beautiful. I really never get tired of it. What do we have next? Retinol. Let's talk about retinol. Retinol is a hard one because we all know we should all be using retinol because it's kind of one of those core anti-aging ingredients that everybody should be using. But for my skin actually tends to be quite sensitive to retinol. So I have given myself retinol face that many times over my years at Adore. Retinol face is a pretty common affliction if you're an Adore staffer. It's kind of almost an occupational hazard, but basically what it means is when you overdo it on the retinol and you kind of fry your face, you impair your skin's barrier, it gets red, it gets flaky, it gets sore. Happens to me a lot. So I find I need to use like a milder and delayed release retinol so that I can get the benefits but without getting my skin fried. So this is the Murad Resurgence Retinol Youth Renewal Serum. It's too many words, it's the green one. But this one is really, really good. I find this is one of the few that I can use on a regular basis without completely frying my face, which is really fantastic. So if you're on the more sensitive side and you tend to find retinols too strong for you, I definitely recommend giving this one a try. Still effective, but nice and gentle. What else we got? Okay, this is a mini jar because this is the one from my Kate's Favorites skincare pack. So this is not a full size, this is a 15 gram. Aspect Phytostat 9 Moisturizer, which is one of my all-time favorites because I find you don't need to change it seasonally. It's not too heavy for summer, it's not too light for winter. It smells beautiful. It goes on beautifully under makeup, but it also goes really nice over my serums at nighttime. It's just like, it's such a good all-rounder, and I find every time I start using something else and then I come back to this and I was like, oh, why did I stop using that? That's mad. Anyway, we have the SkinCeuticals C Ferulic. I went tonight, it is an expensive habit, but I started using this, I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago. You really can't stop using it. I guess the appearance of aging, really beautiful brightening effect. I just find when I use the C Ferulic, my skin really glows. So, can recommend. And then last but not least, let's talk sunscreen. Sunscreen is something I use every day, 365 days a year. Rain, hail, shine, and in Melbourne, there's a lot of the rain and the hail. So this is the Ultraviolet Supreme Screen, which I'm super happy about that now they're making in the bigger 75ml size. If you find that you don't wear sunscreen as often as you should because you don't like the way it feels on your face, I really strongly recommend you have a look at the ultraviolet sunscreens. This one in particular is for an ultra dry skin type like mine. I use it just straight over my serums, so I actually usually layer up like 3 serums in the morning. Shut up. Then I put this on over the top, and it works like as a moisturizer and a makeup base and sunscreen combined, and then I just put my foundation straight over the top. That's the Ultraviolet Supreme Screen. Did I mention to you we have a bag containing a bunch of my favorites? So this has got the Sudashi mask, it's got the Murad retinol, and it's got the Aspect moisturizer. And look, it has my face on. You too could have a pack with me on it. But yeah, some super good prods in there. I highly recommend. This is definitely the good stuff. I think that's about all I have.